Today is June 14th. It's Friday. I'm heading off to work at my normal time. It's about 3 o'clock right now. Made some good headway the past couple of days. I'll just do a rundown of what we did. On the middle of the week, I took some time and I cleaned up all the casings around the door and the window, both windows in the den. Steve was going to put some molding in, but he needed that mating surface to be nice and clean. Reason being is when the old molding came off, there was a residual paint line from the door stops and the outside casing. So there's like a raised edge and a lot of paint that was squished in the gaps. So he needed a nice flat surface to mount the brand new molding on. So I used a scraper and sandpaper and a couple other different implements to knock all those raised edges off and get it nice and smooth and flat. I did a little filling here and there on the hinges. Did the same thing on the bathroom door. Just got done doing that today. So yesterday he spent the whole day doing moldings. He put the moldings around the bottom of the floor in the den that's adjacent to the kitchen. He also did both the windows, the one facing the driveway and the one facing the front of the house. He also did the casing around the doorway. So the new casings are put around the windows. Those are ready for paint. Also did the one on this side. That's all done, top to bottom. And we also got the new casing around the doorway. That's all set. So the den's all set for molding. He has one more piece. He ran out of material, so he's get one more piece for the bottom part of the floor on the west end of the room, and then that'll be all set. I also put in the sink strainer. I connected up the water supply, put in the faucet. Here's the new faucet. That's all installed. So we're ready to turn on the water. So I still have to put in the tailpipe, the P-trap, and a couple of couplers to get the drain all hooked up. I had to use silicone on the strainer, and I needed a 24-hour period to have that cured before I hook up the house plumbing up to that. So that's ready to go tomorrow. I'll hook up the P-trap and the tailpiece and get the dishwasher connected as well. Got all the water supply lines. I got 3 water hammers, one for the hot, one for the cold for the sink, and one for the hot for the dishwasher. Our faucet is automatic. You do you wave your arm in front of it and it comes on and off. So it has a solenoid that shuts the water off fairly quick. So it's recommended to have a water hammer on any circuits to have a fast-acting solenoid. So that's all installed. This weekend I'm going to start working on the bathroom door. Needs some touch-ups. There's a couple of screw holes we had for a towel rack. I want to fill those in. There's a lot of paint drips from years and years of painting and repainting. So I want to just get that door all prepped up and sanded nice and flat. So when we're ready to paint the room, we can also paint the door. So I want to get the door all prepped up for that activity. So there are other smaller projects, but I'll report on them as I do them. The big one is connecting up the vent pipe from the bathroom to the outside of the house. I have another 6 feet to go and a louvered end piece that mounts on the outside of the house. So that's a big one. I want to make sure when the bathroom's up and running and ready to go, we can ventilate any humidity out of the room to the exterior of the house. Currently, anything that goes in that fan gets dumped into the laundry room. That's where the ducting is routed. So I want to finish the routing and get into the exterior of the house. That's something I'll work on this weekend, as well as the drain pipe for the sink and finish the laundry floor. There's a couple of subfloor pieces that aren't screwed down all the way, and I want to just get that buttoned up as well. So making some good headway. I'll keep you posted. Have a great weekend. I'm here in the bathroom, and what I did was I cleaned up the casing along the door. There was a lot of paint buildup in ridges and plasterwork, so it's nice and clean. So the molding can sit flat right up against this all the way around. This took a couple hours to get this cleaned up with a bunch of different scrapers and sandpaper. But we'll be putting some molding around that and cleaning up the door a bit.